Our newest platform for learning Potawatomi is at 7,000 languages. All you have to do to get there is first you go to www.7000.org. And when you first get here, you're going to see all this stuff up on the screen. This site is completely free to use. It doesn't cost you anything. I know they ask, for donations at some point, but that's not something that you have to do. It's completely free. Go up to languages, click on languages, and then you're going to scroll down a little bit and you'll find Potawatomi right there. Click on Potawatomi, and it has kind of a little bit of a description of the course. This new course is designed in a way that it it deals with rooms within your house and words and vocabulary that you might use inside of, let's say, your kitchen or your living room or your bedroom. So for example, in the kitchen, you're going to use words like kabaktene, are you hungry, or wekneja wajandayan, what are you cooking? Things like that, gazibi naganin, do the dishes. So it has words and phrases and things that you would use in each of those areas. So everyday type situations, if you will. So then just kind of scroll down, and again, it's asking for donation, but you don't need to do that. And if you click on sign up to learn, it's then going to take you to this spot right here where you see sign up. And if it's your first time there, you'll have to create your own username, put your name down, your email, and then make yourself a password, confirm your password. You don't have to click on these if you don't want to receive that stuff, and then just create an account. Now, if you already have an account, you can either hit I already have an account, or you can just go over here to log in. And then once you've got your account, you put that in, your password, click log in. And I've already started, so I'm going to go to my learning path and courses. So this is it right here. Abda gada b'madzaman gada jeshmomanan. We have to live our language. Now, as you can see, these are the units. So the units are broken up into kitchen, bathroom, bedroom, living room, entryway, laundry room, school, eating out, going on a trip, grocery shopping, doctor's visit. So it kind of starts inside your home, and then we start to make our way out to common areas that we end up going to, school, going out to eat, going on a trip, things like that. And each unit has lessons and vocabulary built into it. And you can kind of choose which one you want to start at. It's not making you if you're more of a, you don't really spend much time in the kitchen, you want to start talking about, the bathroom, or you want to talk about going to school, you can jump right into those units and start from there. But we'll start here with kitchen. You can just click on, or you can hit open. Now I've already done some of these lessons, just kind of testing it out, and once you complete each one, it'll give you a little X there. But I'm going to go ahead and review so I can show you kind of what's inside of here. So it starts out, you've got the words, English, Potawatomi. It's also got turtle speed. So turtle speed would be just like it says, turtle speed, a little bit slower. So first is just kind of normal speed, and then so you can go through your vocabulary, and then let me kind of move ahead here. There we go. So you can hit done, or you can play all of them, and we went through it already, so we're done. Bam. And now you're going to your second part. Now here, so here you get a chance to hear one of these sentences, and you have to choose the appropriate response. So, are you all hungry? Now it's gabaktene. That's tricky. Oh, I hit the wrong one. You might edit that out. But when you get them wrong, that's what it does. So if you hit the wrong thing, you just bam, it'll tell you, and then it also kind of restarts it over. So if you went to a certain point in the course, it'll actually kind of move you back a little bit, so that then you have to do more. So right now we're at 22% completed. Let's go back to the menu here just for a second. So since we've already went through this, we can look at some of the other types. So that's a multiple choice kind of vocabulary. Then you've got listening recognition.
Nagigishwisen.
Now here you got the English.
Bakte. Chumbaktesi. Chumbaktesimen.
So Nagigishwisen, I already ate. So this one you got the English to the Potawatomi.
Konige baktemen. Chumbaktesi. Nagigishwisen. Bakte. Konige baktemen.
Okay, and then pronunciation practice. Now this one you actually will use your mic and then you'll be able to say the words. We're not going to do this activity, but you'll say the words and you can kind of compare how you say it to how it's said in the course.
Kabaktemne.
So here you're just thinking, do you know the right answer? And if you're right, it shows you what the right answer was. Were you right? You got to be honest with yourself. Yeah, I was right. So here it's like not yet, so it'd be chomshe.
Chomshe.
Yeah, we were right. And if we weren't right, it'll just kind of put that word kind of back in the pile, and then you kind of go back and hit it again. So let's go back out here to the menu. We got a matching. This is pretty cool. So here we got.
Bakte.
So yes, I'm hungry.
Nagigishwisen.
So I already ate. Oops. We are not hungry. Chomshe.
Chomshe.
Not yet. And then it gives you the rest of the vocabulary. That's kind of a neat one where you have to match the vocabulary based. Again, most of it's based on sound, which I think is an interesting element to this actual course, where it's all based on sound that you're hearing more than even than imagery. Hold on here. Let me go back into here one more time. Sorry. The menu. Okay. So we did the matching, then there's multiple choice. Okay. So now you're not getting the sound at all. You just happen to know I'm not hungry.
Chumbaktesi.
So we're not hungry.
Chumbaktesimen. Chomshe. Gijdam getne.
So that's a different element. That's now you're just seeing the English. You're seeing the way it's written in Potawatomi, and you can listen to them ahead of time. You'd be like, hey, is that it?
Bakte.
But then you have to decide, are you all hungry? Are you all hungry? Bam.
Kabaktemne.
And again, if you mess up, it just kind of it puts the words back in, and it makes you have to do them again till you kind of get them down. The last thing is dictation. I think that's probably the hardest because you have to actually write the way that it sounds. So the writing's a little bit harder. So here you just listen.
Gijdam getne.
Gijdam getne. So here you're going to have to write. And because there's some diacriticals in here, it makes it a little bit harder. Like that. But if you're even a little bit off on that, it'll be wrong. It'll mark it as wrong, but you can actually say it's actually correct. So let's make this wrong intentional here. We're just going to say Gabak. Damn. Let's do that. I won't put the name. So it's going to tell me it's wrong. So if you spelled a little bit off, you can just accept it. Like, hey, actually it was right. Let's say I really wrote this, but I misspelled it. Okay, I can accept it as right. It'll keep moving. Which that's a good element because otherwise the spelling is probably the hardest thing to master. But yeah, and then after that you go to another lesson and you just kind of work your way through it. And again, it's got sections for kitchen stuff. It's got stuff for let's see here. Let's go back to home. So bathroom, bedroom, living room. We could check another one. Is that laundry room? So again, this one has 5 lessons in it. It just kind of depends how many lessons in each one, on how much vocabulary there is. But so when are you gonna do laundry? So, I mean, the main thing about it is they're all mainly sentence-based. It's not a lot of individual vocabulary. It's more like sentence-based, but it's sentences, again, that are relevant to areas of the rooms. And a lot of times, if there's a question, we'll also have the response version. But just everyday type activities, how you live your life. And so these are things that really you can incorporate in your house immediately. I know sometimes we find it difficult to find places to use the language, and you might feel uncomfortable maybe using the language in public, but this is in the privacy of your home. Most of us have absolute control over kind of our homes, and we can do, say what we want in our homes. So this gives you an opportunity to have and vocalize those activities that we already kind of regularly do in our homes in the language, which makes it, in my mind, easier to remember when you actually do the activity and use the language while doing a certain activity. So using the course with some of our many other tools that we have available can really take you a long way in learning the language. We've got a dictionary with over 10,000 words with audio on it. You can even print the dictionary out, English to Potawatomi or Potawatomi English copy that you want. There's tags that gives you like categories and things like that. And then we've got another course at learning.potawatomi.org. And this course is pretty interesting too. It has let me show you here. It's got an introductory course with 20 lessons. It's got a course that's more designed for kids, and then it's also got one that's real grammar heavy for those of you that really like to get into the nitty gritty of why things do what they do, if you will. And then we've got a middle school course for the younger kids, but maybe able to read and whatnot. And we got a couple other we've been kind of working on, that like a conversational course and whatnot. So there's a lot of tools that we've created to make learning the language more accessible and easier for folks. But when in doubt, we also do a lot of our language classes here in Shawnee, online as well as in person. So reach out to us at jneely@potawatomi.org, and we can get back to you and help you find the tools that's going to make your language journey easy, or easier, if you will. Just keep in mind that learning the language is not something that you do overnight. This is learning our language it's who we are as a people. It's the thing that really defines us as a unique people. So, you have your whole lifetime to learn your language. This is wherever you're at in this journey. This is the moment you're at, and that's okay. Whether it be 20, whether it be 40, whether it be 60 or 70, that's fine. Just kind of keep at it and keep working with it. And then along with, we have our YouTube channel that has a incredible number of language videos you can watch. Right now we're in the process of moving some of our YouTube content over to just one channel. But if you put in Potawatomi Language Ingestion or Potawatomi Language Nation Language Department, you can find some of these channels, and they've got playlists, and there's songs, there's stories, there's cartoons, full-length films, books, read-along books, everything you can imagine for learning the language. And there's stuff that's more geared toward kids, but there's also content that's more geared toward adults. And we're constantly creating new content to add to this plethora of resources that exists out there. So enjoy your language. Don't be afraid to use it. Whatever words you use, just start using them. If you learn the word beesh for water, just start saying beesh. If you learn sitagan for salt, just use sitagan from here on out. Just take those words and remember, this is your language. It's okay to make mistakes. I mean, if you say 5 words and let's say 3 of them are correct and 2 of them you slaughtered, well, guess what? That's like 60%. That's like a 600 batting average in baseball. That's pretty good. It's okay to occasionally make mistakes, and mistakes is how you learn and how you get better. Because if you don't use it and somebody doesn't hear you say it wrong, then maybe you never correct it. So, yeah, just use what you can, and don't be afraid. Mamamina.